Good afternoon, students. Welcome to today's session, that is industry expectations from graduate freshers. Okay. Today we will discuss about it only, that what are the industry requirements from or expectations from a graduate fresher. Okay. I hope you can see my screen now. Can you
Yes,
see my
yes.
screen? Okay. Good. So I again welcome you all to the session. Let's start with it. Okay. Every year, countless students pass out from engineering colleges in India. Okay. The number of students graduating from engineering colleges is much more in India than countries like China and USA. Okay. Yet only about 30% of the engineering graduates get job, while the rest either remain employed or take up the job that are not related to their field. Okay, this is one of the biggest challenge for India, that we are producing more and more number of employees or engineers every year rather than other countries. Or we are are able to give jobs only to 30% of them, or rest of them are unemployed. Okay, what is the reason for this unemployment or underemployment? Is that what could be the industry expectation from an engineering graduate? What are the students lacking that prevent them from getting the right jobs? Is it that engineering graduates do not cater to the need of this is budding industry, or is there some other fact to justify this unique tendency? Okay, here we have listed out a few of the major expectations of the industry from the engineering graduates. So what are the industry expectations from engineering graduates? We are going to discuss about that today. Like communication skills. Okay. Many of you would say why the communication skills are required for a engineer. Okay. For an engineer or data science engineer, mechanical engineer, civil engineer, what is the importance of these communication skills? Guys, it's not like earlier. Okay, when uh, if a person do know very good coding, then he can get a job without having good communication skills. Okay, at least if not good, then at least he should be able to tell whatever he is going to do. Okay, he should be able to elaborate about the things. And nowadays what is also happening in the industries, particularly the data science industry, mechanical industry, electronics and communication, electrical engineering, in these industries what is happening, so many clients are coming from foreigners. Okay, so many clients are coming from foreigners, or the companies have to deal with the foreign clients. Okay, in that case, the companies people who are coming for doing any kind of licensing with the company are not interacting with the people who are in the sales team or on the upper management, but they like to interact with those people also who are on the ground level, or who are on the floor, who are working on the floor. Okay, say for example there is a mechanical engineer who is working in shop floor. In that case, what they do, what they means, the clients who are coming to do any kind of collaboration or to sign any kind of deal, they comes to visit the company and to check that what kind of product or how the product is being manufactured by the company, what kind of employees they do have, they can interact with any employee. Okay, in that case it becomes very crucial to have, in that case it becomes very crucial, okay, to have these have these communication skills, so that all the employees can communicate with their clients. Okay, but be either they be domestic or international clients. So an engineer must possess good communication skills if he expects to be hired into a good firm or organization. All the complicated theories and laws of are or no use if a candidate cannot communicate his thoughts in proper words. So good knowledge of English and ability to communicate effectively thus plays a vital role. Many times we have seen, or I also do say that communication skills means not to speak in the English. Okay, but when we talk, and it is fact also, if you are not able to speak well in English, then no, it is not that you are not having good communication skills. You would have good communication skills in Hindi, Marathi, Bengali, or any other language, be it Chinese. Okay, whatever language it would be, you would have good communication skills, because the communication skills means conveying your message to other person to whom you are communicating. But when we talk about international market, or when we talk about the markets where we need to deal with the foreign clients. In that case, it becomes mandatory that we do, have good communication skills, that also at least in English. Okay. अच्छा, मुझे give me a minute, give me a minute. I'll be back to you. Give me a minute. Okay. Please. Uh, Sorry, students. I'm very sorry. To take a break in mid of something, mid of the Zoom meeting. Okay. So good communication, good knowledge of English and the ability to communicate effectively thus plays a vital role. Okay. Engineers usually hold significant positions in the firm or organization they joined. Okay. They may have to communicate with foreign delegates and important clients. Okay. Good grasp on English language and ability to speak in many different, accents are preferred by the employer. So you must have read this. So I'm moving ahead. Knowledge beyond the textbooks. Okay, when we talk about knowledge, the knowledge generally all the students do study their engineering. All of them do pass 42 to 45 or 40 to 45 of the examinations. So no doubt everybody do have intelligence. If someone have cleared 42 to 45 examinations, they do have intelligence. That cannot be doubted at all. But what up to what extent or what you have studied in your apart from your books, what really you have done, what practical exposure you have done, what kind of extraordinary you can think on, what you have studied beyond the books, what is not written in the books, you have studied that also. How much you have learned through the experiences, how much you have uh, done the internships in the companies, what you have learned through the internship on those companies. It is not in the case of engineering only. I'm talking from all other perspective also. The students who do their internship in first year of their graduation, be it engineering, management, commerce, whichever the background it would be, they definitely do get more exposure. They do come to know about the industry requirement. They do come to know about what actually the things take place in the companies. Okay. So very often the firms and organization look for individual who can go beyond the books and think brightly. So you need to be logical and think intellectually. Restricting yourself to bookish knowledge does not make you good engineer. Okay, to be an ideal candidate for global firms, you should think like an inventor. Opt for the projects that bring a drastic change in the world. Try to innovate and invent a manner that benefit the world as a whole. Think of the greatest challenges faced by the world. Try to deal with the problems like energy crisis and limited resources that the world is already tackling. See how your inventions and innovation can alter the situation and bring the change. Okay, so this is most important what you do apart from the books. Ability to lead, like if you would have taken my previous sessions, and they are I told you, or I let you know, or I shared with you that how the ability to lead or leadership skills or soft skills are important to work in any firm. Okay, if you do have good leadership skills, in that case definitely you can get good or challenging positions in a company. If you're not having leadership skills, in that case you would be part of a herd. Okay, you would be part of crowd, and you will not be recognized, or you will not be given rewards also for that. So while there are many engineers graduates who score well in their papers, there are very few who are true leaders. There are only very few who are true leaders. Most of the engineers today just follow the paths on by the great minds of the past. Okay, the fraternity of the engineers is still either to obsolete techniques of the bygone era, which are really of no use today. Okay, if you wish to be hired by one of the leading companies, you must possess the ability to lead. What you must possess, you must possess the ability to lead, so that you can lead other people's, and the employer or your boss can give some of the works to you, so that you can take care of them, and your boss or your company owner can get some relax from their general routine duties. Okay, so even during the interview process, you should be able to reveal your true leadership skills by your college or school event examples. Do not hesitate to tell the interviewers about the different academic or colony events where you lead a group to make event successful. Leadership skills are sure to counted as a plus point in engineering jobs. Okay. Next, what you should do is you should have always the positive approach to anything. In the companies, there used to come so many situations in which situations people do not find solutions to some things, and they would feel negative about that. But and that also what you need to do is you need to tackle those all situations carefully, and you need to come up with a positive approach, so that the things can be taken in a new way, or you can give a new right direction to the things. Okay, the job of an engineer is not easy. It is the path full of many challenges, and you need to possess the courage to face these challenges. Okay, a positive approach in thus is thus a must in career of an engineering candidate. If you are in the core engineering field like electrical, chemical, or mechanical, you may have to work in a site. This can be risky. What it can be? It can be risky. Most of the factories and industries often have accidents, and people even lost their lives in these accidents. To work in such an environment, you need to possess courage and a strong responsibility sense. This is not everyone's cup of tea. Only individuals who possess truly strong positive approach can succeed in such kind of jobs. To survive in the engineering industry, you need to possess this positive attitude. Update with the latest technologies in the industry. What you need to do is you need to update yourself with the latest technology trends or latest trends in your industry. I'm not talking about technology, I'm talking about your industry. In whichever industry you are, you must be aware, or you must be known to or you must be familiar to all the technologies, all the techniques, all the upcoming innovations, upcoming ideas in your current industry, so that you can tackle up and you also can prepare yourself accordingly. Otherwise, it do not take more than 2 years to be absolute in the industry. Okay, so an engineer is expected to be smart enough to widen his horizon of knowledge as per the latest trends. In the engineering fields, you cannot afford to be lazy or lethargic. It may account you to losing the job, or your only means to making a livelihood. Okay, so willingness to travel. Nowadays, many of the companies do ask or do prefer to hire candidates who are willing to travel on being a need to travel. Okay, so and as an engineer ascend in success ladder, the expectation from an engineer seems to increase too. An engineer who is at senior position in this field may be expected to travel place and meet senior level individuals in different countries. Okay, they may be expected to share knowledge, ideology, to give presentation in most of the effective manner. So most of the individual reticent and unwilling to travel to often countries places. Okay, it is required because here we can say that the first point what we discussed, like communication skills are important. If you are in need to be travel to foreign countries, definitely you are going to present something to some of the leaders of other company or some of your persons who are going to make impact in your business. Okay, so it is very important that you do have good communication skills also, so that you can communicate, and you should be willing to travel as well. Knowledge of foreign languages, like it is also very good if you can have knowledge of foreign languages like Spanish, etc. Okay, Spanish, Chinese, etc. Next is comes ability to multitask. You must have ability to multitask so that you can do more than one task. If many times in a company, one person is hired for a single position, but what happens? He is expected to do some other task also at the same time if required. Because nowadays there is a trend in the industry that people are not only handling their core work, but they are helping in other works also to companies. Okay, so that they can show that yeah, they are able to do, or they are able to mold according to the situations or adapt to the situations, or they can fit into the job roles wherever there is a requirement. Okay, versatility. A versatile persona is what most often expected of an engineer graduate. Monotony is the last thing expected of an engineer. You need to be versatile. Be you can be a strict boss. You can be the strict boss, helping the colleagues, understanding employee, and the courageous leader, all at the same time. Your flexibility should conceal your true inner self. Okay, your nature should never be predictable. This unpredictability is one key ingredient that helps you to survive in the engineering industry. Okay, ambitious. You must never let your ambitions die. Okay, the never say never attitude is expected from most engineers. The career has its ups and downs, and people who are not willing to take up the risk or to give up to do too easily are never fit to be the engineers. Okay, and the engineers are expected to be ambitious. It is undying fire of desire that helps them to achieve difficult career goals too easily. You need to be determined and ambitious if you really wish to be a successful engineer. With this, thank you guys. This was all for today's session. To wind it up, or to sum it up, we can say that communication skill is something what is required to perform in job. Knowledge beyond the books, it's always required now. Bookish knowledge cannot give you the success. You must have leadership skills. Okay, you should have positive approach toward the things. You should be updated with the latest technologies or the industry requirement in which you are catering to. You should be willing to travel, because in many of the jobs nowadays traveling is required. Earlier it was a phobia that the traveling is required only in the marketing job or sales job, but now it is not like that. Knowledge of foreign languages, definitely if you are having knowledge of foreign languages, you can work not only at one place but at many. Okay, you should have ability to multitask so that employer can fit you at any other place also if required. You should be versatile. You should have ambitions so that you can have go-getter attitude. Thank you so much with this guy. Thank you so much for joining today's session. Do you have any query, guys? I hope no. Thank you.